Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Aditya House's presentation on e-gaming and how it helps us learn, focus, and multitask. We would like to start off this presentation by playing a short mockumentary.
Always on those games he is. Never talks to me. Forgets studying. My heart aches so much thinking about how his future will be affected. It scares me even more thinking that all his friends would leave him behind. I heard they rot the kids' brains, those games. I assume that it is a prevalent problem in the kids these days. That is why people are making a documentary. Is that really true? I'd worry about him not making anything of himself in that cruel world later, when I won't be there for him. Please tell me, is there really a way?
Ma'am, are you all perfect? Please don't panic.
It hurts me to disappoint you. What can I do to show it that will make me? I need to show it. I want to see the look of pride in your eyes just one more time. I know what to do. I'll apply what I've learned.
The documentary was an example from an extensive research on the difference between opinions of parents and children on e-gaming.
But contrary to the purpose and sometimes addictive effects, there exists research on how e-gaming has helped in significant mental development in people belonging to various age demographics.
So now, I'm sure that most of the adults here can relate to this. You may have had similar notions about video games at one point or another. You may have had concerns about the effect of video games it does on your beloved adolescents.
But we are here to change that notion and to introduce a new and exciting perspective of hope.
Well, most of the parents around the globe believe that e-gaming is harmful. It leads to indolence, attention spans, and decreased physical health. Well, some of these points might have some truth to them, but the e-gaming benefits us significantly and facilitates us in engaging learning, improves focus, and enhance our multitasking skills.
So now, let us understand what e-game is first. An e-game or an electronic game is a game that is played on an electronic platform. And the most common types of electronic games currently are video games. So hence, these two terms are often used interchangeably.
Video games can help in learning in many ways. Video games provide a very interactive virtual platform that allows for hands-on experiential learning, which is often not possible in classrooms or even at home. Players are able to interact freely with objects, people, and entities, and physics simulators and other such simulation games thus make learning more effective. Players are rewarded each time they give a correct answer, and this increases motivation. Now, this factor has been used by many games to teach boring and theoretical subjects such as history, geography, mathematics, and even a new language. In addition to this, video games encourage players to explore new topics, and they act as great sources of knowledge. For instance, games such as Tomb Raider incorporate a lot of real-world historical and geographical information. This is just one instance of how games can help in learning by awakening early vocations of learning and teaching millions of growing minds around the world.
For these reasons, many schools have started educational video games as a form of enhanced classroom learning due to the advantage they provide over traditional education. But as one might ask, is there any solid proof to say?
In fact, there is. There has been a research done on Kahoot, a quiz-based game used as a review tool before tests. In this study, 42 students participated. They were divided into two classes, Class A and Class B. Class A was kept as the control, while Class B was the experimental group, which was given Kahoot quizzes at regular intervals. And as you can see in the table, the results speak for themselves. The students of Class B have performed significantly better on their tests than those of Class A. And this reinforces our point that video games should be incorporated in classrooms and integrated in classrooms due to the advantage that they provide over traditional learning.
Now, obviously, games can develop more traits than only accelerating learning. They can even help us focus better, as a matter of fact.
So, what do you understand when someone tells you to pay attention? Or, what do you understand when someone tells that you have a good visual attention skills? Well, attention is the ability to focus your mental resources on a single object or item while avoiding any other distractions.
But Jashwant, isn't this a fairly hazy description?
Well, yes, let me clarify. When we break down the concept of attention, we find that there are a variety of capabilities, like single object focus, in which if you can notice something quick in your field of vision and focus on it, it's called a single object focus. It can be improved by playing first-person shooter games or battle royale games such as Call of Duty or Fortnite. This trait can be used in real life when you have to focus on a single entity while avoiding all the distractions around it. Similarly, we have multiple object focus, which is the ability to focus on multiple objects simultaneously. Like gamers have to keep an eye on their health bar, their resources, their inventory, their map of the game, and their ammunitions, and variety of other parameters. This can be used in real life when a dynamic entity are to be concentrated and on all at once, like in sports such as football, basketball, or hockey. Thirdly, we have attention shifting. Attention shifting is the ability to move your attention from one to multiple objects from a prior object which you are currently doing. Of open world or story based use this, and they load players with multiple other objectives even though they are completing a single objective. This can be used in real life when finding out various outcomes of a single event, and many event managers can be used in experiments and disaster preventations.
Well, is there any research that supports this?
Well, the most common would be the research conducted by the JAMA network in 2019. Its objective was to find the relation between video games and cognition in children. Approximately 2,000 children participated in it, of ages 9 and 10. This study compared video gamers, who were 1/3 of the participants, to the non-video gamers, who were the rest 2/3. And it did make a difference. When compared with non-video gamers were able to exhibit better cognitive performance and showcase better cognitive performance in learning, focusing, and enhanced processing.
Well, a game called NeuroRacer was developed by the University of California in San Francisco, led by Asley. And it studied the findings and showed that cognitive and multitasking skills were diminished significantly as the age of the person had increased. So, a NeuroRacer indeed helped, as a study on 65 to 85 years old showed the multitasking nature of the game caused improvements in the involving tasks, memory, sustained memory, and working memory, which was maintained over a 6-month period.
Okay, I am sure that you all will be wondering what happened to our dear friend Vatsal. Well, the documenters have done just that. Let's watch.
Boys will win this. I know. Just listen to me.
And now the Champions League final commences. With justifiable cause, it's Sweden facing Real Madrid.
Well, Derek, we can talk about coaches and their methods, but
Chances on. And turned onto the woodwork. Ronaldo. Now this could really lift spirits. And it's in! Let's get it back. Clearance that was called for. Oh, fancy footwork. A goal!
Beta, I never knew that those games would help you so much.
Well, in this we could clearly see how Vatsal has incorporated the concepts that he has learned from video games and has guided his team to victory. I'm sure that you have found this presentation informative and your perspective has changed towards video games. And you are able to see the benefits of video games over its disadvantages in a positive outlook. Thank you.